This is the Horse Radio Network.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1316, where monthly Hit 'em Jumping episode host Emily Thompson offers some tips for riders who struggle with their reins. This episode is brought to you by Purina Mills. Greatness never ages, so help your senior horses live their best lives with Purina Equine Senior Horse Feed. It has Active Age, a proprietary prebiotic proven through years of research to support a senior horse's aging immune system. And you can learn more by visiting purinamills.com/activeage. That's spelled ACTIVAGE. All right, this last one is from Patty. Tips on learning to be soft with your hands and reins management. Oh, back in the day when I used to teach riding lessons, such a struggle for some human beings to keep the reins the right length, to shorten them when they should, lengthen them when they should, not fuss with them. Any pointers on that one?
Oh, yeah. It's so hard and so important. And then when you get it, you're like, this is, it's like a breakthrough when you get it and you can't go back. I think for starters, rein length is so important. I do it for myself, to be honest. Like, I'll even tie a knot in each rein to just be like, okay, Emily, like, that's where your hands go. Like, because I'm guilty of opening my fingers. I think that I'm being soft when in reality, an open fingered hand is not soft. It's because it goes from nothing to nothing to taking, and that's harsh. It's actually softer.
Good way to put that. Yeah.
Yeah. In the mouth, they're like, woo, like, and now it's back. And then when you drop the bit, you think I'm being soft, but it bounces around in there. It's, whether you have a single joint or whatever you have. So it actually has less stability, even though you think you're being soft. Really, the softest hand is a closed finger hand, and you get that softness through your elbow. And that's where you're able.
Elbows. Yay!
Yeah, I know. And that's when the hands are moving, that's the joint that is blocked rather. Is that elbow. And how we do that is with a flat hand. We all get puppy dog hands and we want to be real soft and using our fingers and all of this. And you stop your effectiveness and actually your softness. It becomes a hot and cold, rough ride, to be honest, in the mouth. So the first thing for sure, rein length, put some tape on there, tie a knot, whatever you need to do. Boom. That's the length of the reins. And then you can kind of coach yourself as you're getting out of whack. And then from there, it's not enough, I think, to say that you have to have a straight line from the horse's mouth to the elbow and all of this, because like you can do that too with a flat hand. You really do need to have the thumb up, because that allows your elbow to work properly and absorb the shock. Yep. And then you can use your bicep and your back, sort of like around your shoulder blades. For me, that's my constant thing, trying to correct my hand. My hands get too low and they'll get flat, and then I'll open my fingers too on the soft horses. So I actually will use like a driving rein and thread it all the way through my hand, like a closed fist. Or that you can do it the other way. Like, you can do it as if normal, that you can't tell from far away that the reins are not through your pinky. Or you can actually do it the other way so that your thumbs are pointed towards the horse's mouth, which is more of like a training, I think, like at home, like really kind of bring the point home. But that pretty much corrects my hand, anybody's hand that I work with that way. And you've just got to keep those fingers closed. We all want to open our fingers. It's just not the way. And when you open the fingers, you lose the elbow and your back, your strength. And then they feel that, we think, we're being soft riding on my fingers, and we're not really. It's a much softer ride to be more consistent and elastic.
One of the exercises that I did in a clinic a long time ago when I first got taught this, we did that thing where a person holds the bridle on their head and they put their thumbs through the bit so that their fingers are the reins, and then you put a blindfold on that person, and then the person behind them holds the reins and has to basically steer and stuff to really drive home what it feels like, because it's like, okay, you have the reins, hold them this way for a while, and then you get to experience what the horse does, and you hold it in different ways, and that really brought it home. One of the things, I did two things. First, I rode my horse for a long time in a halter so that I could learn to get the weight into my elbow. And she was very forgiving of my mistakes.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of connected to the noseband. We weren't going anywhere. And the other thing I did is I switched the type of rein I had, and I got super duper fat reins. And that made a really big difference during that learning curve because the tactile feel was unique, because what the reins felt like in my hands was memorized. It's what I did. It was automatic, unconscious competence. So I didn't even realize I was doing it wrong because I didn't even notice anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So by changing those reins out, I got big fat rubber reins like you would use on a racehorse.
Yeah.
Very foreign. So I was very conscious of what I felt in my hands. And that helped me to break that loop. It was a little bit like learning a whole new skill. You always hear instructors talk about riders that are a clean slate that know nothing are usually easier than riders who you're trying to fix because you have to fix old stuff. And that helped me get outside of the loop. So if part of your problem with your rein management is that tactile feel, try borrowing a set of reins that are completely unfamiliar to you and put them in your hands. If you normally wear gloves, take them off.
That's a good idea. Yeah, sure.
And then do some really, really simple flat work exercises that you can do without even thinking twice, and your horse can do without thinking twice, so that you have a lot of mental time to focus on what you're feeling on your fingers, not so much what you're doing with them, but what you feel. And that can maybe start you down that road, and then get the rest of the picture, get the fingers to stay closed, get the elbow to be soft, and ta-da, you're off to the races so that you can.
I did, yeah, I know it's so hard though. It's like we all say it, but getting it done, I'm always looking down. I'm like, you're doing it again. You got the flat
I'm a looker
hands,
downer.
so.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible.
Of course. Who doesn't want to look down? That's where all the action is.
He's so cute. I want to look down at him.
I know. For the big horse that I've been jumping, he's so big. He's like 18 hands. He's enormous, and his legs are taller than me. Like it's nuts. He's a super freak. That's what I'm going to do in the meter 40s, but he's very light boned. Like he's really light and electric, like Shutterfly. But I have also, he's very sensitive, and in my turning, if I try to turn with one hand, like my inside hand, I'll lose him through the outside, and we do like a crab walk, and then my distance is like disappeared, and I'm like, awesome. Well, here we are at the triple. So cluck, cluck. But I've been doing a little bit of a bridge, but like a wide bridge. So it's not, but it just sort of keeps me focused on keeping my hands together, working together as one unit, not so much one, or the other. And that's helped me because it's unfamiliar for me to have that bridge. I didn't grow up like on thoroughbreds. I didn't really do that, but somebody gave me that trick a couple years ago. I've really been using it, and it feels strange. And I really keep my hands together and my thumbs up, which then fixes my elbows. So it's sort of whole thing there, but it's so important once you get it. I think, you're kind of like, okay, I feel it, I get it, and it makes sense, but I don't know. I mean, you're never really done learning and growing. Like there's always a next level, but I think hopefully I've got my fingers closed at this stage. Consistent. I'm hoping I've got the heels down and the fingers closed before Thursday. I'm praying.
Well, that about does it. You can find links to today's guests, as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. Make sure to have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go by downloading the free app for iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network and download the app. It's free and it's easy. You can also subscribe via iTunes or on your favorite podcatcher. And thanks again to our sponsor, Purina Mills. Find out more about equine senior horse feeds from Purina by going to purinamills.com/active age. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. So until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.